Good evening. Start out with the agenda item 1.1 that the Council of Town of Kindersley, having established quorum, resolves to call the October 26, 2020 regular meeting of Council to order at 5 p.m. I need a mover and a seconder. Dean and Elise. All in favor? Thank you. Okay. Just a short note here. This is the last official meeting of this council. Ironically, it was 365 days ago, I think, or maybe 6, whatever, or not 365 times 4. October 26th, 2016, and it's October 26th, 2020. So, most of the rest of us will be returning, but tonight is the night we say farewell to Councillor Elise Moss, and certainly thank her for 4 years of service to our community. It's a big thing to take on, especially when you have young kids and work and careers, so much appreciated from all of us, and we'll, as you said, you can move over there and throw tomatoes. Starting the next meeting. I prefer you didn't, actually. I'd like to call for any removal of anything that was in the consent agenda. You want to move to the regular agenda? I think there's just 2 items. SARS-CoV COVID-19 guidelines are only 66 pages long. I've had the opportunity to read all 66 pages. They're very interesting, and we had about 2 or 3 meetings on it last week. So I think we got them. Chelsea's got them all memorized. I don't think I have. And then we had a very nice letter from Glenn Sitter thanking them for the town's assistance in their sewer line tie-in. So I think they were very appreciative of that. So agenda item 2.2 that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to adopt the agenda for the October 26, 2020 regular meeting of Council as presented, and that a copy of this agenda be attached to and form part of the minutes of this meeting. Mover and a seconder, Chris. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Agenda. I don't think there was anything on the agenda that anyone would have to declare a conflict of interest on. I think Monica and I took a quick look at it. Didn't see anything. I think we're good. And agenda item 4.1 that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves, whereas the time being 5:03 p.m., that the regular meeting of Council be adjourned to a confidential in-camera meeting. Mover, seconder, please. Randy Geary. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Presented the minutes from the October 13th, 2020 regular meeting of Council, and that these minutes be attached to and form part of the minutes of this meeting. Andy, Dean, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. Okay. Agenda item 7.1, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to direct administration to enter into a venue agreement with Live Barn Inc. to install a fully automated sports broadcasting system in both the Co-op Arena and the Event Center Arena at the West Central Event Center. Audrey, could you just expand on that a little bit, please?
Sure, through the mayor to council. So this is Live Barn. Basically, it's will install cameras into both arenas, and when there are games at the arena, minor sports games or whatever, you can go get a subscription to the Live Barn, and they do monthly, yearly premium, and watch the game from home or wherever you happen to be to watch the game. And there's no cost to the town for installing, no cost for the camera, no cost for the installation. There might be some small little things that we have to pay for, and then of course just communicating to the users of the arena that that's available for them. And then this will help with the COVID situation with not having as many people in the arena as we used to for the time being anyway.
Yeah, at the present time, for minor sports, right now they're allowing 2 parents or a parent and another child in to watch a game, and that is it. So if grandparents want to go in, they can't at the present time, and that problem will be in effect until such time as the government changes the regulations. So it does make, and it's a no-cost thing. And
the subscription is paid to that Live Barn.
It's directly by the users, nothing to do with the town.
Yeah, you just go online and get a subscription. It's I think about $15 or $16 a month.
And as I mentioned, as a grandparent, if I'm away, at least we can get on there and watch or whatever. I think it's a great thing.
But am I correct in saying we benefit from this
Yeah, we do get
even though it costs us nothing?
Right, we do get a percentage of the subscriptions, to help.
Hey, anything else on that? If not, I'll need a mover and a seconder for that. Dean, Ron. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Okay, agenda item 7.2, that the council of the town of Kindersley direct administration to distribute approved funding to the following applicants in the community grant program 2020. Kindersley Screen Arts, and these are all $750. Kindersley Chamber of Commerce, Pathways to Wellness, Kindersley Walking Trail Committee, Kindersley Curling Rink, Kindersley Museum. Total allocation is $4,500. Did you have any comment on this, Elise?
Well, this is a grant that we do every year. All of those who applied were eligible and fit within the boundaries of it, and are all worth causes to support. So
it's a maximum of $750 on each intake, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the A1 that's maximum of $750.
Yeah. Okay, I need a mover and a seconder if we're all okay with that. Me and Chris. All in favor? Okay. Audrey, tell us how the finances are.
Oh, through the mayor to council. Again, so I guess we're 75, this is to the end of September, 75% done of the year. Again, in red are the ones that are new compared to the administration report from last year. Point number 2, which is the general administration revenue, and that is a lot to do with our bank interest. I don't know if the bank interest isn't what we thought it was going to be, and it's down 40% of the budgeted amount, so I don't think we'll get to where we thought we were going to get. And point number 6, which is the waste management expenses. When Loris came for our meeting, we did notice that they forgot to bill us for one billing period, which was July, and that bill came in today, so that'll get fixed here right away. And the cemetery is also low. We had budgeted to do surveying of the new area, and that hasn't happened yet. I'm not sure if it will happen this year, but yeah, otherwise the other parts are the same.
Okay. Well, you're busy, Audrey, I'll keep you busy. Agenda item 7.4, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to accept as presented the list of lands with arrears of taxes as of October 2020, and that any property on the list of lands with arrears of taxes as of October 2020 with an amount owing of less than half of the immediately preceding year's tax liability be omitted from said list before publishing. Audrey, you can.
Right, so this is the first step in tax enforcement. So every year this has to be submitted to the head of council to show the arrears. Now these are arrears outstanding that don't currently have a lien on them or already currently in tax enforcement. And then if it's just a small amount, the Act does allow to exempt from the list anything that's less than half the year's preceding taxes. And so we normally do that before we advertise, which will be the next step. It'll be in the paper next week.
Any questions on this, council?
We'll need a big ad.
Couple of big items on there, I guess, and they were hotels, were they, I think you said?
Yeah, there's a couple hotels.
And that's just 1 year.
Some of these, most of them are just 1 year. There might be the odd one that has a little bit more than that, but usually just 1 year. 2019 taxes.
So will those big ones be paid down eventually?
Pardon? I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll be paid.
And interest is being charged.
Interest is being charged, yeah. On all these amounts, it's at 2%.
Okay, I need a mover and a seconder for that resolution, please. Gary, Randy? All in favor? Gary, thank you. Okay. Item 7.5, RFP adjudication. Audrey.
Okay, through the Mayor's Council. So we did do the process to borrow money for the lagoon project. And so we applied to SMB for approval, which we did receive, and then we did an RFP to obtain that borrowing. We had 4 responses to the RFP. One of them couldn't provide the services as we requested. So they were evaluated, and by unanimous decision, they went with the TD Commercial Banking at a rate of 1.76%.
That's locked in 10 years.
That's locked in for 10 years.
Wow.
Looking for a mortgage for that amount?
It's almost like free money in a sense, you know what I mean?
It is free when you consider inflation.
Inflation, that's what it means.
It's crazy. That would lead us into, oh no, I'm sorry, I thought we had a resolution, but I guess we don't. Agenda item 7.6, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to authorize the CAO to proceed under the Tax Enforcement Act with title acquisition of the property, Lot 1, Block 10, Plan 82S 483. CAO, can you comment on that one?
So this property, we have done our full diligence with the tax enforcement. We put the lien on. We did the 60-day notice. We did the notification, no response, nothing happened. So we sent it to the provincial mediation to apply for consent. We were given consent, and this guy actually has actually hit two 30-day periods, final notices on it. It forgot to brought back to council, so I did it again. No response from the property owner. This time actually his notice came back, so we have no choice but to take the property now.
I'm not sure whether there's anybody living in that house or.
I don't know.
No idea. Any questions on that, council? It's a standard
Yeah.
procedure.
Yeah.
That's not the ordinary. I will need a mover and a seconder for the agenda item. Dean, Rob? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay. Agenda item 7.7. The Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to support administration to submit a grant application to the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, ICIP, under the COVID-19 Resilience Infrastructure Stream for the Active Transportation Infrastructure Project, and that the town of Kindersley's share of the project's cost comes from taxation and fees. I think you better explain this one to us.
Okay, through the mayor to council again. So this is a grant. They've had this before. It's investing in the Canada Infrastructure Program. It's got 4 streams within it. The one that we're applying for currently, and we'll probably apply for other ones as well, is through the COVID, I can't remember, COVID
Resilience
thing, right? And so that stream falls into, again, 4 categories. The one that we're looking at is the active transportation, which we're looking at. Should we mention that?
Yeah, so it'll just be some sidewalk infrastructure as well as walking paths in town, and possibly resurfacing the Motherwell walking path and extending it, making it larger. So we'll put a grant application in and hope that we're successful.
And this project, or this stream, has to be done or completed in the year 2021. So if we do get approved for it, it will happen next year, and then, yeah.
And it will be,
So yeah, and this grant,
short deadline.
yeah, it's a short deadline. What the funding is for this one is up to 40% from the federal government and to a maximum of 33.33% from the provincial government. So with that, we're almost at 75% contribution from the two governments for whatever project that we do hopefully get approved for.
certainly makes it a little simpler for us to take on anything like that, for sure. So we've got, I have a motion here. I need a mover and a seconder, please. Randy. Second. Baker. All in favor? Carried. Oops. That was the same thing. Okay, agenda item 8.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to accept as submitted the list of accounts as paid by the Town of Kindersley in the amount of $439,066.72, and that a copy of said accounts be attached to and form part of the minutes of this meeting. Did you get any comments on these accounts, Heather?
Yeah, it's in there. I did not get any questions on it, sorry.
Any council see anything on there now that,
Just looking.
I know on my package, it wasn't attached for some reason, I don't know why. I couldn't get it to
Yeah, I thought it was too
come
low.
up. and
I know. That's what I looked at.
Computer operation, kind of like my TV yesterday.
Did everybody else have it attached?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's, I guess the one big one is the progress on the lagoon project,
Yeah.
payment number 17 is the big one. And other than that, Sask Water's annual and Sask Power, and that takes care of about 2/3 of it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I would then need a mover and a seconder for the Dean. All in favor? Okay, now we're going to get into bylaws and stuff. Agenda item 9.1A, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the first reading of bylaw 10-20, being a bylaw of the town of Kindersley in the province of Saskatchewan to provide for incurring a debt in the amount of $1,250,000 for the purpose of constructing the lagoon expansion and wastewater upgrades. Audrey, any comment on it?
Yeah, so this is,
Self-explanatory.
yeah, this is a bylaw that we need to pass to borrow the money. This bylaw, once it's approved by council, had the 3 readings and passed, gets sent into the Saskatchewan Municipal Board for their approval, and upon their approval, then we can borrow the funds.
Okay. Any questions, council? Now I could have a mover and a seconder, please. Randy? Second, Chris? All in favor? Carried. Okay, we're going to do this 3 more times on this one. Agenda item 9.1B, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the second reading of bylaw 10-20. And I need a mover seconder, please. Dean, Rob. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And 9.1C, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve that 3 readings be given to bylaw 10-20 at the October 26, 2020 regular meeting of council. Mover and seconder again, please. Elise, Yuri. All in favor? And 9.1D, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve that bylaw 10-20 being a bylaw of the town of Kindersley in the province of Saskatchewan to provide for incurring a debt in the amount of $1,250,000 for the purpose of constructing the lagoon expansion and the wastewater upgrades to be read a 3rd time and hereby be approved, and that the approved copy of this bylaw be attached to and form part of these minutes. And I need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Randy, second by Chris. All in favor? Carried. Okay. And another run here, 9.2A, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the first reading of bylaw 11-20, being a bylaw to repeal certain bylaws of the town of Kindersley. CAO, can you explain?
Sure, so these were just 3 active bylaws that we had, and they were just bylaws to enter into an agreement. 2 of them were for land, and so they're not needed anymore. There's been agreements that have replaced them, so these bylaws can be repealed.
Okay. I'm going to mover and seconder then for Chris and Dean. All in favor? Carried. Yep. And we'll do this a few more times. 9.2B, that the council of the town of Kindersley resolves to approve the second reading of bylaw 11-20. Need a mover and seconder, please. Rob. Second. Randy. All in favor? Okay, 9.2C, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve that 3 readings be given to bylaw 11-20 at the October 26, 2020 regular meeting of council. Mover and seconder, please. Randy, Dean, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. And finally, 9.2D, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve that bylaw 11-20, being a bylaw to repeal certain bylaws of the Town of Kindersley, be read a third time and hereby be approved, and that the approved copy of this bylaw be attached to and form part of the minutes, of these minutes. Sorry. Finally, another mover and seconder, please. Elise, Rob, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. Agenda item 10.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves to approve the consent agenda, including the following items. It's both correspondence items from the Hockey COVID-19 guidelines of October the 9th and the Kindersley Museum thank you letter of October 2020. I would say that the hockey guidelines are fairly extensive, to say the least. They cover a lot of scenarios, a lot of situations, and I'm sure they're going to change, but right now they are what they are. There are a certain amount of problems. A lot of out-of-town communities have basically set their rinks up so that only one parent, one player is allowed. And that's basically what Kindersley did, and then had some pushback from people from those very communities that were doing the same thing. So I think they've got that resolved now, but it's, I went to the Clipper game on, was it Saturday night, I guess it was, and I think it was pretty well, you know, everybody seemed to follow the rules. They had their masks on when they went in the rink. They signed in. It took forever, but and the crowd spread out pretty good. People were, I thought, pretty.
So with that 150, is that a league?
No, that's
That's
SHA.
No, that's
hockey.
I mean SHA, okay.
No,
that's
province.
Oh,
Province.
okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter rink size?
Right now.
I think it's 150 or maximum of 50% capacity.
Yeah.
So if you can only seat 200, then no, you can't have 150 in there.
Yeah. But I think there has been some talk that it may change to 50% capacity for
I was going to say,
SKHL.
because it just should go all off capacity almost to me. But
Yeah. See, we got 1,300 and some odd, and I think when you can't just divide by 2 because there's a few areas that kind of get left out, and I think they had left about 520 they thought they could put in there. But that's not in law yet. That might be December or January.
I guess when I heard that, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It just seems like it should be, everything should be almost based on percentage.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little imagination to make everything work this year, but it is what it is. Okay, I need a mover and a seconder to approve that correspondence, please. Elise, Chris. Carrie. They're all in favor, sorry. Okay.
Get my name on there a few last time.
Okay, the last one is for you. You got to vote for this one. The Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves, whereas the time being 7:33.
Get rid of these 3 with the green.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong ones here. I'll try this again. 14.1, that the Council of the Town of Kindersley resolves that all business having been concluded the October 13th, is it? 26th, 2020 regular meeting of the council be adjourned at
There you go,
Through
Joe.
through the mayor to the rest of council and administration, just before we conclude this meeting, I would like to take this moment to thank our residents for the opportunity to serve on their behalf. It has been a very well worth it experience, and I have enjoyed my last 4 years on council, the relationships that I've been able to build, and the experiences I've had in our community. Our family has made the decision that we will be leaving Kindersley. I have enjoyed it here, and I wish all of you in the future council the best of luck in the future, and same with all of the members of this community, and I hope that I still get to see everybody on a daily basis and participate in other ways.
Thanks very much. You get the vote first. Moved by Councilor Moss, seconded by
Did you do that?
Becker.
I was going to say, do I get to make it all?
All in favor? Great, thank you very much, nicely put. This is